Welcome to today's session. Today we're going to talk about ChatGPT mobile apps, which released in May 2023 for iOS and for Android in June 10, 2023. So after releasing the mobile, it's also one of the most deployed application and used by everybody across the globe. So I don't know if you observed that in your usage of mobile. Is it my observation is that the ChatGPT, when you use ChatGPT, the phone getting heated when you use very intensive queries, and also the response gets slow. I just wanted to go over some of those observations. So what is actually when you use large language mobile apps? Did you observe so Apple Android device getting hot? So the response getting slow down queries. Okay, so why that actually? Just wanted to go over it, and then we can let me hear also what your experience with that, right? So ChatGPT mobile is a resource-intensive application that requires significant computational power. The CPU mobile device perform most of the heavy-duty lift in the when running the application like ChatGPT. As the CPU usage harder, it generates more heat and reducing the temperature increase. That's the reason why the temperature increase. So what happened when the temperature increase? Let's go over the one by one. Factors contribute to CPU usage and temperature increase. So the model complexity, the ChatGPT models are complex and require extensive computing for natural language processing. The more complex the model, the higher the CPU usage and temperature. So if you have a very extensive query, then so it depends on how extensive it is. Depends on that, the CPU usage will go up, and also the response will go slow. So it's a whole hand in hand. And extensive usage. Also, if you use it a prolonged usage of ChatGPT, also it get heated up, and then the response, similar to response, also goes down. And the limited resources. Also, if you have the phone is mobile devices is a limited CPU and powerfulness of your CPU of your mobile device, if it's less, then of course that will have an impact as well. And also strained limited resources with other application running in parallel, right? So make sure you understand that as well. So if you are how can you effectively increase CPU, right? What's the effect when you increase the CPU? So the reduced performance, so high CPU usage demand, the response time began. The ChatGPT client users may expensive delay, experience delay in generating the response or interacting with the application, and the battery drain. The battery get drained because the temperature increase. That means it use more, consume more power, power, and overall life of the number of life cycle of the battery goes down as well. And the thermal throttling, in the sense when the CPU when the temperature goes up, then in order to mitigate that, the system mobile device may activate the thermal throttling, which is actually thermal throttling reduce the CPU performance, reduces the CPU performance to prevent overheating and degraded user experience as well, right? So these are some of the after effect of that. So with that, how do you so what is the tip, right? So use a time limit usage time, so that make sure we get heated up, use less reduce the usage, and they can prevent sustainable CPUs, and also make sure the any background process less strain to CPU, so that remove any background process, and also any application which is not required, close that, and a freer background app processor, and less on the CPU and lower temperature, right? So these are some of the tip you can use. And then what's some conclusion? So in conclusion, the ChatGPT mobile client can increase CPU usage and temperature due to factors such as model complexity and extended usage. Optimizing setting, limiting usage time, closing background apps, ensuring ventilation, and updating software user can manage CPU and temperature more effectively. So let's thank for your attending the session. Hope this help you get your knowledge, and share your experience with using the mobile as well in this client as a comment in the comment box. Thank you.